Hello again, y'all, and welcome back for more Booty Radio F1 team. We are here, round 8 of season 2 for the Is It Over Yet Grand Prix, aka the Monaco Grand Prix. We are bringing a special livery to the race, because Monaco usually gets the glitz and the glamour. So I'm probably putting it on the screen now. So take a look. We're gonna go with the shiny. We may bring this back for some of the other night races in the later part of the season. We'll see. But I figured I wanted to mix it up. But back to what we are actually after, the Monaco Grand Prix, and we've got another season, another wet race, which is going to be tough. We do get all dry qualifying. Considering Monaco is a good opportunity for us to score points because the AI is not so great around Monaco. So we do have the opportunity to probably qualify in a decent spot, but it's probably going to be like last season where we park the bus and just kind of let it go. And it looks like, according to the weather, it's going to be heavy rain for pretty much the entire race. But let's get the right power unit components all installed on the car. Yeah, new energy store goes in, turbocharger, and gearbox number 8. Joshua made a couple of points up last time out with a P9 finish, which is great. We are on back-to-back P12s after a 3-race scoring streak. So it's been a couple of weeks since we've managed to put some points on the board. So let's see if we can do it here in Monaco.
Now, if you ask anyone who's raced here, they'll tell you, nowhere in the world is more important to get a high qualifying position than here on the windy, chicaney, challenging streets of Monaco. We're about to set the grid for tomorrow's race, but potentially for the end of the race too. So welcome along, everyone, to the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying.
So here we go, getting ready for our first run of qualifying in Monaco. Because of the fuel levels that you carry around, we are geared up for a push-cool-push first set of runs. So we'll do 2 flying laps on this set of tires before we come into the pits for the first time. A little slidey over turn 1. We want to try and leave a bit of margin on this first run. Get a feel for what the tires are giving us and where the grip is, where the areas we can also deploy that nice healthy battery power. We've got a Ferrari breathing down our gearbox. We managed to get into the 111s in FP2 on our quali sim, so that's kind of where we're hoping to get on this, and we'll have to look and see what the AI is doing pace-wise as well. Teensy brush of the wall there, but we just about got away with it. Yeah, 111.5 is what Verstappen has set his first time as. We'll probably be in the 12s on this lap, I would guess. 11.4, so actually even just a bit quicker than Max, but George to the 10s in the Ferrari, so very quick lap from him. We'll let him through, because I would estimate he's returning back to the pit lane. We are going to recharge and go for another lap. Alright, the recharge and cool down lap is completed. We'll get turned back up. Provisional pole has moved to a 10.5 by Senna, so about a second quicker than what we've done. So let's go for another run. Ooh, big tank slapper, and I think that's going to be the end of this car. We'll still push on and see what we can get out of it. Maybe we'll learn some things for the later qualifying run. Trying a different brake balance setting here in this middle portion. I think 54 is still better for this section, but I think the 55 will come in handy at the chicane. We are close. There's a chance of improving still, even though we gave up 3/10 to start the lap. So we do find about a quarter of a second, or 2/10 of a second on this lap. So an improvement found. Let's get back to the pit lane and get ready for the next runs. So here we are with the new tires on. Out a bit early compared to most qualifying weekends because we're going to do the same run plan. We're going to go push, cool, push, and that should get us right up towards the checkered flag. So let's see if we can't have a better turn one, find some time on this first qualifying run. Yeah, big time. Teeny brush of the wall on the way up, but huge time found in turn one. Let's see if we can't carry that speed for the rest of the lap. It would be a very good lap time. Oh, big snap of wheel spin as we got on the power. Somehow kept it out of the barriers. But that has really compromised this middle section. The car, I'm not quite guiding it the way I should because I'm thinking about that huge bit of wheel spin. But we've still managed to maintain a bit of an advantage. We'll settle in and see if we can't get a good final 2 seconds. Ooh. So that is going to be an invalidation. So let's just drive it nice and slow. We might have enough battery to go push at the end here. We won't have the fuel to go for another cooldown, I don't think. So let's just give it a ride, see what we've got. Turn off the battery just a little bit early. See if we can't save something for the final lap. But this may just have to be the lap based on the battery and fuel levels. Another mistake, gave it all up right at the end there. We will have enough time, should have just about enough time to go for one final lap. We have 2 laps of fuel on board. But we're going to be kind of in the middle of this traffic for the last run. There's some promising starts in there, but we're really just making a mess of the middle of important parts of the lap. Okay, here we go. Our last opportunity to improve our qualifying position. Make sure the rear stays. Oh, and into the barriers and a messed up corner there, and that is going to be the end of our qualifying session.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Very scruffy tail end of qualifying means that we are only starting P9. We definitely had the time in hand to get into the 1 minute 10s and potentially be up towards the top 5. Carlos Sainz and the Williams had a big move, but we're just gonna have to try and make positions into turn 1, hopefully, and then it's gonna be suffering through the rain.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino that first opened in 1863. And of course, a certain road race first held in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. We already see the lowest average speeds of the season here at the Circuit de Monaco, and they'll be even lower in the difficult conditions today. 19 corners make up this famous 2-mile track, and with the rain, it'll be even harder than usual to get the critical heat into the tyres. So don't be surprised if we see a safety car at some point during today's Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Ayrton Senna yesterday puts him on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Yuki Tsunoda and Verstappen, Sainz, Martins, Pierce and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Hadjar, Hulkenberg, Esteban Ocon and Stroll, Albon, Piastri, Liam Lawson and Ollie Behrman, Fernando Alonso, Bortoletto, Doohan and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
Here we go, full wet weather at Monaco. Managed to gain some positions up the hill. Oh my goodness, there's no grip out there. Hold the position, hold the position. Oh, this is certainly something to be taking part in. This race is going to take forever. Okay, we crawled across the chicane at as slow a speed as possible to make sure we didn't get dinged for any cutting the corner penalties. So it looks like we're safe there, but now we settle into the, oh my God, please just make it around the track phase of the race. We do have to make 2 pit stops. It's the new Monaco rule, 2 pit stops required. But you can see we are already in quite the pace deficit to the cars in front of us. And much like last season's Monaco Grand Prix, we're probably just going to park it mostly in the middle of the track everywhere, not let anybody get a nose alongside, and hope to secure some points. Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. They're in 9th place. Time last lap, 1:42.9.
The Raskas.
Okay, some information on Gasly. Okay, they're out of this race.
Already our first retirement of the day. Looks like he's parked up in the runoff of the Nouvelle chicane there, so should be just fine. Although I wouldn't mind safety car because it would help bunch the field up a bit. And I think I'm lapping some 2 seconds or so a lap slower than the cars in front. But that's what full wet conditions are in this game at current. We can't have any more of those mistakes into the chicane like we did on lap 1, though, because now that everybody's kind of figuring out their spots in the single file line, if we have to go to that kind of cut across the chicane thing again and slow down, we will lose positions without a doubt. But we seem to have more than enough traction off the final corner to make sure that we're not being attacked into the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. Verstappen tries to go around the outside because we had a little mistake on the exit of the final corner, but we're able to keep our nose around and hold him off there. Just by taking the inside line, this is why Monaco sucks for racing. See how slow I am compared to the cars behind, but I'm fast enough in the most important spot, which is the pit straight. Otherwise, there is no shot for them to get by me in these conditions. Stroll out of the session. Is that going to be a safety car, though? He's in a... Maybe there's a runoff there. Nothing called, so he must be in a recoverable spot. Okay, into the pit lane we go. Need a good stop from the lads. And a good stop we got. The hope is that the outlap is good enough.
Joshua's coming in for his stop.
And it was indeed good enough. That was always going to be the concern, was that lap they got in free air. Was it going to be enough to jump me? At least at the first pit rotation. The answer is no. They have not been able to jump me. Weather report.
The radar suggests that this heavy rain will be with us for a while now. Full wet seem like the best tyre for now.
Okay, well, early in the race, the weather report had said it'll stay with us for about 20 minutes, but looks like that has been upgraded. I thought there may have been a chance that it would lighten up to be potentially inters, and then we'd have to make an interesting decision on when to pit and change from wets to inters. Okay, Tim, keep an eye on the timing screen. We are expected to be in this lap. Okay, one of the McLaren leaders in the pits. Should still be the wets, right? All right, one more good stop, lads. One more good stop. Come on. Gotta have it. Wonderful job, wonderful job. I just got to get the outlap. Oh. I might get overcut. These tires came out pretty freaking cold.
And that's Joshua in the pits. Joshua in the pits now.
We got the job done. Now we just got to get to the end of the race. 10 laps to go. So here we go, getting ready to start the final lap of the Monaco Grand Prix in a P5 position with the Red Bull of Max Verstappen still connected right to the back of us, but has not been able to find his way beyond us yet. Only the 2 retirements that happened before the first wave of pit stops. Senna getting dangerously close to getting into the 25s, but that's going to be the end of the race for him. 26.0 being the fastest lap of the race overall. I think, granted it's Monaco and the AI is not as fast here, for an all-wet condition to be within half a second of the leader's best lap is a pretty decent showing, I would say. I think Joshua's going to just lock himself down. I think he went a lap down to the leader. So I think he is just going to bring it home in P9. And we should be able to cruise our way in for a P5 finish. Pretty good start to get up into this position. And then, as it was, I mean, you can see I'm 47 seconds back of the next car. So it's not like I was putting pressure on those in front, especially as I'm making mistakes on the finals. But we covered off the 2 pit stops that needed to be taken, which was always a worry considering the way our pace was at the early stages of the race. But we managed to come out ahead of everyone, all the Red Bulls both times, and maintain. So a solid 10 points after a bit of a disappointing
And that's the end of the race.
Imola.
We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
And this is an emotional moment as the crowd rise once more to congratulate your winner, Ayrton Senna.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long way to go.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Yep, Joshua did manage to grab that point. Wow, a 28.2 as his best lap. So he was quite slow all day, but still 2 points to his name, so 12 points for the team. What does that do for the championship standings? Number 1, the back-to-back wins from Senna means he's closed right up with George Russell. Lando Norris, 9 points off the lead, so it's a pretty tight fight up at the top. We move into, we stay in P9, kind of in that best of the rest position. Joshua up into P13. Picked up a couple of points there, and that puts us on to 35 points and pretty well clear of a lot of our rivals.
Boss, we've reached a major turning point for the team.
All right, what do we got? Nice. Corporate facility expansion. Wonderful for that phase 3. And looks like we got a couple of things to do. Not a lot of days to work with. So let's go ahead and keep the fan outreach going. Get that fan rating continuing to move up. Ooh, we finally earned another owner training point. Where do we want to spend this one? We've done quite a bit with personnel. What is this one? I'm not planning on firing workforce like ever. Okay, what do we got here? Sponsor counteroffers, 100 grand after each race while winning a rivalry. I could make some cash out of that, but I think we're probably fine. What do we got? Driver progression. So this is driver contracts. Yeah, let's work our way towards this reduced development time. I think that's going to be the real important one. Messages-wise, solid weekend, rivalry intensifying, 30-point gap. Apparently there's an ERS fault probably with Joshua. 3 days for that driver or owner training. So can't get it in this window. Looks like engineering's got improvements completed. And we have, yes. So that's the end of that engine for Joshua. We'll get him on a new MGUK. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We'll get him on to component number 8. So keep him moving in the right direction. We are wide open for improvements. So let's go ahead and get that one. And yeah, durability improvement as well. Nearly done with that. Let's start up the next development for phase 2. Is there anything we can get out of these? I don't believe so. Sponsor team expansion. One thing we haven't taken a look at in a race or two is the progress history. So we flattened out, as have many. Hopefully we can get some upgrades. I think our next big pack of upgrades comes right before Canada. So hopefully those can give a strong impact. But it looks like not many are bringing too many upgrades at this stage of the year. Oh yes, let's go flip our car's color back. Because while it was a cool livery, it was pretty fancy looking, we will go back to the Season 2 look. That's smaller than it should be. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Because this is surely not correct. This was that, and it was also like way bigger. And like raised up a bit. And rotated a bit. Then it blends into the car. That's better. That's more like it. Okay. Weird that that one is the one that got messed with. Everything else looks fine. Oh well. Back to the regular Challenger car. Let's go ahead and advance, because we do have the personnel facility improvements.
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development.
I think
Let's
you're
get that
lying.
performance on the car.
I'm pretty sure you're lying to me. You're still lying. We don't have any development slots ready. And the budget. How are we doing budget-wise? Season-wise, spent 56 mils so far, it looks like. Yeah, we still got a little ways to go before the cost cap, but we will need to start paying a little more attention to it as we get towards the tail end of the season. But we have the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya next, and getting back to more traditional racetracks. But thank you all for joining me through the slog that is the Monaco Grand Prix. And hopefully we can get into some more interesting battles as the season progresses. Catch you guys next time. Peace.